Morning, everyone. The outline of my presentation is as follows. I will do an overview of the third quarter production rates, and then I will zoom in on the contributory factors within the primary, secondary, and the tertiary sector, after which there's the question and comment section. GDP is defined as the total value of goods and services produced within an economy in a given period. Now, with that said, Belize produced goods and services totaling $670.9 million for the third quarter of 2018, indicating an increase of $21.2 million or 3.3% when compared to the same period of last year. The first 9 months of the year, the production was at 3.6% higher than the same period of 2017. Now we're looking at the third quarter at constant prices and growth rate over the last 5 years. Constant prices, when I say constant prices, I'm referring to prices adjusted for inflation. As stated before, we're looking at the GDP at constant prices and growth rate over the last 5 years. Now we're looking at 2013 to 2014, we see an increase of roughly 6%. And this was due to the booming agricultural, fishing, and hotel and restaurant industry. We see an increase in 2015 from $642.4 million to $657.8 million. And that was an increase of roughly $15.4 million. And this was due to increased production in electricity, water, construction, wholesale, and retail sectors. In 2016, we see a decline of 1.2%, and that was due to a drop in primary activities, about 23%. And moving on to 2017, we had a marginal decrease. And now we're here in 2018 at a 3.3% increase in production. Main contributing industries to the growth of 3.3% are agriculture, hunting, and fishing industry, contributing 2.7%, wholesale and retail trade contributing 1%, and hotel and restaurants contributing about 0.6%. Now we're going to be zooming in on the different sectors. First, we're looking at the primary industries. The primary sector, which accounts for almost 1/10 of the country's economic activities, increased by 6.3% or $3.2 million when compared to the third quarter of 2017. Within the primary sector, we have agriculture, hunting, and forestry going up at 1.9%, and this was mainly due to a 9.1% increase in livestock. This 9.1%, however, was overshadowed by a 0.3% decrease in banana production. As the fishing industry continues to struggle towards recovery, an increase in the export of shrimp, conch, and lobster tail all contributed to this $43.6 million, 43.6% or $2.3 million in the fishing industry. And please note, though there was an increase of over 200% in the export of shrimp, this is nowhere close to what production was in 2014 before the disease affected the production. Banana production for the months of July to September of 2018 stood at 24,965 metric tons, indicating a decrease of 0.3% or 64.5 metric tons. And this was due to adverse weather conditions. As mentioned before, livestock recorded an increase of 9.1%, and that can be seen in the production of cattle, pig, and poultry, all going up by 32.3%, 43.2%, and 1.9% respectively. Poultry production increased by roughly 200,000 pounds, and that was all due to market demand. And we can see here in the graph, moving from 10.8 million to roughly 11 million. Cattle production increased from 5,159 heads to 6,824 heads. And this increase of 32.3% was largely due to an increase of 29% in local demand and an increase of 33% in export. Pig production, as stated before, went up by 43.2%, an increase of roughly 2,600 heads in anticipation of local demand for ham for the festive season. The secondary sector, which accounts for about 1/5 of the country's economic total output, decreased by 2.6% or $2.5 million, totaling $92.2 million. Manufacturing and mining went down by 3.3% or $1 million, totaling $30 million. And this was mainly due to a 1.2% decline in production of flour and a 16.1% decline in production of petroleum. Beverages, on the other hand, went up by 4.1%. Electricity and water industry declined by 1.1% or $500,000, totaling $42 million. This was mainly due to a 1.4% decline in electricity production. Construction activities also declined by $1 million or 4.7%, totaling $21 million for the period, as some municipal projects slowed down. Now we're going to take a closer look at the beverage production. As mentioned before, beverage production went up by 4.1%, and this is reflected in an increase of soft drinks at 4.4% and beers at 3.9%. This increase in beverage production was mainly due to an increase in market demand. Now we're looking at petroleum extraction. And for the third quarter of 2018, we have petroleum extraction standing at 73.8 thousand barrels, indicating a decrease of 14,000 barrels as reservoirs continue to deplete. Electricity generation went up by 1.4% or 1,400 megawatt hours due to limited rainfall in the Baca Reserve. The marginal increase in water production from 663.4 millions of gallons to 664.3 millions of gallons in 2018 was due to the ongoing connection in the rural area. Now we're looking at the tertiary industry. So the tertiary industries, which accounts for more than half of the economic activity, grew by 3.7% or $15.4 million, totaling $427.5 million. Within this sector, we saw hotel and restaurants going up by 17.2% or $3.5 million, totaling $24 million. And this is reflected in overnight visitors going up by 15.3%, cruise visitors going up by 55.5%, and room revenue also going up by 4.2%. Transport and communication also went up by 3.4% or $2.3 million, totaling $68 million. And this was due to an increase in freight. Wholesale and retail trade went up by 7% or $9.8 million, totaling $151 million, while government services went up by 1.2% or $0.8 million, totaling $69 million, and this was due to salary increase. Now we're going to take a look at the tourist arrivals more in detail. So the overnight visitors increased by almost 14,000, and this is seen here, coming from 2017 at 89,000 tourists to 102.6 thousand tourists visiting. And this is as a result of the number of direct routes increasing to Belize. So we saw visitors from the United States of America, Europe, and Canada all growing by 16.2%, 22.7%, and 56.7% respectively. Cruise visitors also increased, and this was more than 50% as stated before, and this increase was mainly due to the number of ship calls increasing over the period. So, the increase in primary and tertiary sector of 6.3% and 3.7%, along with the decrease in secondary sector at 2.6%, all contributed to our growth rate at 3.3%.